Hello everyone, and welcome back to One Soccer. I am your host for today, Josh Deming, and we are doing a watch-along. It's Bayern PSG. We're going to keep a special eye on Alphonso Davies, but it should be a pretty good one. We haven't done a watch-along since the Canada watch-alongs back in the World Cup, so it's about time we got back into it. So hopefully this is a good leg, I think, to do it. Second leg of the round of 16. And there's a lot on the line. I would say that Bayern are probably the favorites. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Let me know in the chat how you're doing today. If you're tuning in to watch and keep a special eye on Davies, or if you're a Bayern fan, PSG fan, basically just let me know. And let me know your score predictions as well, guys, because I don't know. I feel like Bayern have it. I don't know what it is. I mean, Luke Carey's in the chat. He said, let's go Bayern, and he's got a 2-0 Bayern prediction. Yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking. I don't know. Man. PSG's got a lot of different storylines going around them today. Obviously, Neymar recently being ruled out for the season. I think Bayern have this, man. I really do. We got the starting 11s coming up as well for you guys. Davies obviously got the start, which is fantastic. But looks like... Oh, yep, there we go. But it should be fun, guys. But yeah, get your predictions in. Let me know. And let me know, like, again, if you're a Bayern fan, like, let me know. Or if you're just, tuning in for your Davies love. But it should be pretty fun. But I'm excited, man. This is going to be a good one. Second legs are just so much more interesting. Let's just be completely honest here. Mike says, let's go Bayern. Good to know. I'm cheering on Bayern as well for, obvious reasons. But PSG just, doesn't do it for me. But if you guys are in the chat, be sure to drop a like, say hello, and we are underway. Kickoff has happened, and this should be a good one. Mike says a 2-1 win for Bayern. Justin says 2-1 PSG, and Bayern win in a penalty shootout. Very specific. I like that. He said nope, cheering on PSG. Davies brace. Man, Davies, as you guys probably heard, there is some new news coming out around Davies signing a potential new contract until 2028. So locking our guy down for a very long time. Doesn't surprise me considering the fact, like I mentioned, Davies is going to be one of the big pieces that Bayern want to build around, as well as Jamal Musiala, which is obvious, who's on the ball right now. Those two are just fantastic to watch, guys. They truly are. But they're against some pretty good teams. But here's the starting 11 for any of you guys who missed it. It's on the screen for you guys today. Bayern are lining up in what I believe is a 3-4-2-1. I'm not 100% sure. Let me take a look. Sommer's in net. Right wing back would be Kingsley Coman. The three center backs would be Stanisic, which is nice to see him earn a spot there. As well as... I need to bring it up because I lost it with Taylor's switch, but that's okay. Let me just go over it quickly. So they have it lined up in a 4-4-2. So I don't know exactly how it'll go, but could be it'll switch into the back three. But it's Stanisic, Upamecano, De Ligt, and Davies in the back four. Goretzka, Kimmich as your two CDMs. Muller is as your cam. Coleman on the right, Jamal on the left, and Choupo-Moting up front. I think it's probably gonna play in that probably 3-4-2-1. Coleman on the wing back, Stanisic, Upamecano, De Ligt as the three center backs. Davies as at left wing back. You got Kimmich, Goretzka as your two center mids with your two cams in Jamal and Muller and Choupo up front. And then there is PSG starting 11 in the 3-5-2. No Neymar being out for this season. Hakimi, Pereira, Ramos, Marquinhos, and Mendes for the back five. Ruiz, Verratti, Vitinha as the three center mids. And of course, Messi and Mbappe up front. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you are joining us too, let us know where you're tuning in from today. Are you watching from Canada? Somewhere else in the world? Let me know. I'm tuning in from good old Ontario in Canada here. And my prediction, I'm gonna say 2-0 Bayern. That'll be my prediction. As Davies on the ball. Look at the pace from Alphonso. Not the best cross you'll see, but that's fine. Drew says a 2-1 win for Bayern. We got PSG. Daniel says 1-1. 1-1 would obviously get Bayern through. As Davies has a nice little touchdown for Jamal. Oh, it's a good try. 2-1 prediction for PSG. Hate betting against Messi. That's fair. But PSG have been very interesting, I guess is the word this season, man. I mean, they haven't played overly well when Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe have been in the starting 11. They've actually played a lot better when only 2 of the 3 in. So I was reading a lot of match previews before this, and a lot of people were saying that they liked the fact that Neymar wasn't playing because these 2 can play better. They just work a little bit better, I guess, but I don't know. PSG, for my money, has definitely been underperforming, but in all honesty, when it comes to Messi, he performs on the world's biggest stage. So this is his opportunity. But I don't know, for me still, getting a result away from home is massive for Bayern. Like, they're at home right now. It's going to be very difficult, even for the likes of Messi and Mbappe to be big difference makers. But nice. We got some places come in. So come on, guys, if you're in Canada, let me know where you're watching from, because I got tuning in from Hamilton and tuning in from cold Calgary. Yeah, it's pretty chilly here in Ontario as well. I'm relatively close to Hamilton, so we would probably have the same weather. But Mike, let me know just how cold in Calgary it truly is. As Bayern already 5 minutes in are showing that they are going to enjoy probably a Lions chunk of possession today. And let me know, guys, we also have the Nations League coming up. So get to see a lot of our Canadians back in action coming up soon. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts about that, any surprise names. We just did an interview with Kyle Hebert, so keep an eye on the One Soccer YouTube channel for that. For those of you guys who don't know who Hebert is, he's a up-and-coming center back at the age of 25 who plays for St. Louis right now. So a really good interview with him. I think you guys will enjoy. But well done there from Upamecano as Bayern get possession. Tuning in from BC, you guys, we got a good stretch of Canadians here today. I like it, but I'm excited, man. The round of 16s are always a lot of fun. Yesterday, I don't know if you guys watched any of the games, but if you did, just let me know in the comments. Just say yes, the goal, like put a yes for if it should have counted, or no, it shouldn't, because I feel like Dortmund kind of got screwed yesterday a little bit. Obviously, there's a rule where you can't encroach. But considering that it looked like the Chelsea players encroached first, and then so I don't know what the exact rules are around that, but from what I've read too, it seems like it was the wrong call because it's up to it would have been up to the discretion of the ref to call it right then and there, and I guess they didn't. So I don't know. Tough luck for Dortmund as Chelsea moved on, and yeah, Tejan was as good as, you could have expected someone to do in a 5-1 loss. He did pick up an assist, but Club Brugge, horrible few weeks for them. Scott Parker sacked. So those games yesterday were, some intriguing ones as well. Gorgeous here right now if there wasn't snow everywhere. Yes, we have a lot of snow here too. But it was getting pretty hot over the weekend. Just in terms of the sun melting stuff away, but it quickly disappeared. And it is definitely cold again. It's negative 11 in Calgary is the high temp. Mike, that sounds about right. But it's a decent start as well, though. 7 minutes in. Never been to a Bayern match, but I did go to a Dortmund match, and I also have seen Messi live before when in his Barcelona days, so I was able to see Messi score live. So that's always a small flex for me. So I do have some Messi love, but I don't know. I'm obviously cheering for Bayern because we want Davies to find success, but PSG is just not a club for me. I don't know. It just not. That is why they have VAR. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt bad for Dortmund. I don't know. I don't like that rule. Just if they don't have, like, if the rebound came out and then someone who encroached came in and scored, I get that. But if it hit the post and went away and like it didn't affect it, that's like, again, it's not the rule. Like, it was an incorrect decision, but like that is the rule. But I just didn't like it. I just felt it was a little, it was a little unfair. Like, but what can you say? I support PSG. Let us know why. Why do you support PSG? Just always have? Maybe the Zlatan days, the Messi days, Neymar days. I don't know. Let me know. Why is PSG your team? And if you guys are just joining us today, drop a like and say hello. And still get your predictions in. I mean, you let a team score only once in February, doubt their account in one game. You kind of deserve the L. Hey, you know what? That's fair. Yeah, I mean, no, I was more talking about the rule. No, I don't have an issue with Dortmund going out. I thought Chelsea was the better team. I thought they'd probably deserve to go through. Kai Havertz scored a beautiful goal that didn't count as well. And yeah, and considering Chelsea's in horrendous form and Dortmund's in the form of their lives, you probably would have expected them, but they didn't take their chances. And I mean, one of their best players went out early in Brandt. Gio came on, did nothing, as per usual. I support PSG because of Neymar and Messi. That's a fair shout. That's a fair shout. But yeah, no, that's on Dortmund, man. No hard feelings there. I just didn't like that rule. That was the one thing that kind of got me a little bit. Messi on the ball, does well from Kimmich. What do you guys think of the new links today? Tajon Buchanan to Inter. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Give me a yes, no, love it, hate it. A couple reports that he's on the short list. Number 1 on the short list with two other names. There's a 3-man short list and he's top of it. So, would you like to see Buchanan head to Inter? Jay's tuning in, saying hi from Calgary. Jay, how you doing, my friend? Hopefully you guys are enjoying the game. Get to see Davies hopefully head to yet another quarterfinals with Bayern. After winning the Champions League, Bayern have not had a great showing in the Champions League. They've always been good in group stage, but I mean, getting knocked out last year against Villarreal was a big disappointment for them. So this will be a big game. Here comes Hakimi. Good ball. It's just out. Jay says, "What? That's amazing." Yeah, we've heard links of Buchanan going to Inter for a while now. And just the fact that Inter has they're not in a great financial position. They're gonna get some big money from Denzel Dumfries, and they're probably looking for like a relatively cheaper replacement and someone who maybe they can develop a little bit. And I think Buchanan really fits that bill. I would personally love to see Buchanan go to Inter. I think the league would be perfect. I think the system. I'm someone who wants to see Buchanan play high up the pitch. I always have, and I always probably will. But I do think just at the level, especially in like Serie A, he would make a very good right wing back. And if you look at some of the right wing backs who thrived under Inter, you have Cancelo, you have Hakimi, and you have Dumfries. So he would be in very good company going to a club like Inter, playing as the wing back there, and potentially shining. I think Messi is the GOAT. What about you? Yeah, I do too. And like I said, I will always flex that I was able to watch him score live in Barcelona in a derby. It was just, it was a proud moment of my life. But I definitely think Messi's the GOAT. I think he proved that already, and then the World Cup on top just solidifies it. Jay says, "Cold, loving the match." I like it. Where you guys watching from? From home? From work? Let me know how you guys are watching this match today, because I know, at least in Canada, it's working hours for you guys. So let me know if you're sneaking the game somehow while you're at work, or if you're able to get it off, or you're just at home or working from home. Because when I used to work in an office before, that was my biggest dilemma. It's like, how do I work, be somewhat productive, but while having the game on and not getting caught? So you had to think about that one. Kessel says, "A fine move, I guess. Not sure how I totally feel about it." Where would you rather him go then? Would you rather like a Bundesliga type move? Let me know if there's a different club you'd like Buchanan to go to. I like Inter a lot from the pedigree. That's a good ball, but Yann Sommer, that's got to be a foul for sure. Really good ball. Mbappe showing his pace, but Sommer being very good goalkeeping there. Took the foul. But yeah, let me know. I like Inter basically because of the pedigree. I think it's a great league, great club, and I think that there's a position that he's going in to replace. Other than that, I had assumed if Buchanan went to the Prem, he'd probably go to like a mid-table club, like an Everton, like a Leeds. But nowadays, those clubs all fight for relegation. So I don't know. I just would rather Buchanan playing the Champions League on a decent team like Inter, not like Club Brugge, who are a decent team but are having a very bad year. Let's be honest. I think Messi is the GOAT. Yes, I do too. You asked it twice, so I will answer it twice. But I do. He's just that good. But 15 minutes in, it's a decent start to the match. Two very, very good clubs trying to feel each other out here a little bit. As Verratti's on the ball. That's poor. Here comes Davies. Look at that speed. What do you guys think about the Davies situation? Let me know in the chat. Would you want to see Davies take on a new challenge? I had a few people on Twitter who were like messaging me and saying, I would love to see him at Madrid. I'd love to see him in Madrid or La Liga with Barca. I definitely wouldn't want to see him personally go to Barca. I wouldn't mind him maybe going to Madrid one day, but I honestly believe Davies is probably right where he needs to be. He's playing very well, has a lot of trust with his manager. He will win titles pretty much every season. He can compete in the Champions League. And with this new system with Nagelsmann, you got to see Davies play higher up the pitch. Not quite the winger some of you guys will obviously hope for one day, but I mean, playing as a wingback in this day and age, it's just, it's what you want to see. He will be very involved in the match. He's got very good defensive work rates. But I don't know. Besides that, it would probably have to be Madrid. If I had to pick one, just because it's Real, it's probably in my eyes the biggest club in the world. Hopefully that doesn't disrespect anybody, but just in my eyes it is, and I think that it would one day be a cool move, but I don't think it'll be anytime soon. Nice ball from De Ligt. Jamal Musiala. Kimmich. Oof, that's a good hit from Goretzka. Donnarumma catches it nice and easy there. It's a very good hit. Do you guys see De Ligt's goal over the weekend? That was a bullet. Was not expecting that from a center back, but he absolutely stepped into that one. So starting to really find his legs here at Bayern, I think. I think De Ligt struggled a little bit during his move. I think he had a tough time in Juve, to be honest. Oh, that poor ball. Nicely done. But if you guys are just joining us, be sure to say hello in the chat. Drop a like. We have a few Canadians tuning in today in the chat as we see some representation from BC, Calgary, Hamilton. I'm also near the Hamilton area, so let me know where you guys are tuning in from, and hopefully you're enjoying the match wherever you're watching it from. And happy International Women's Day. We just put up a preview today on One Soccer. Or no, that was last night. Was that last night? No, that was today. It was today. We put up a NWSL preview if any of you guys are interested in that. A lot of fun to put together, and hopefully you guys will like it. But yeah, if there's any ladies in the chat, happy International Women's Day.
Breaking news with NWSL. They just signed a deal with TSN.
With TSN?
Yes.
All right. Interesting. Breaking news on the NWSL. That's big. I'm going to just pop over to Twitter and check that out. And announced it on International Women's Day. That makes sense. All right, corner coming up. And Sommer has it. ball to Kimmich. A lot of space. It's going to be very interesting to see how PSG handle this today, because they usually have that front three that work very well together. And having that extra midfield really just allows two of them. I think they're going to rely a lot on Hakimi. Probably Mendes coming up the flanks to add, as opposed to maybe like a Vitinha jumping up. Because Hakimi can, kind of similar to Davies, Hakimi can definitely get very involved with the pitch. And I would assume that right-hand side will be very intriguing today. Look at Davies right through Verratti. Couldn't get both. Oh, Messi. Oh, it's a good ball. Mbappe, that's a poor touch, though. Oh, good opportunity there. Good opportunity there. I can't watch the game. I can watch the game, but it is so boring so far. They're feeling each other out. It's the first 15 or so minutes. The funnest part about second legs are the last 15. There's going to be a lot. It's a chess match when it comes down to this. Bayern know that they're in a good position. They obviously will want to add to their lead. The PSG have to be careful because they don't want to go down by 2. I agree. I mean, we're about 20 minutes in right now, and I mean that was a good opportunity there. Stretched them a little bit as a nice little run there from Mbappe, but I'd say give it some time. I think it'll open up a little bit towards the end of the first half. Slow down for the beginning of the second, and then the ending should be thrilling, especially if it stays at this scoreline right now. But where are you tuning in from, my friend? You have anyone tuning in outside of Canada today? As Hakimi has it. So boring. So yeah. It'll open up. It'll open up. These are two heavyweights going at it too. This is a tough draw. I doubt Bayern or PSG want this, but oh, that's a good ball here from Upamecano. Poor touch. That was a poor touch there. Nice ball back to Pereira. All right, is anyone in the chat going to the Nations League match in Toronto on, I believe that's the 28th or the 25th? I think it's the 28th. And you guys go into the game, I'll double check. In Toronto on the 28th to watch the Canadian national team getting back in action. I'm looking forward to that camp. It's going to be the first window from after the World Cup. We'll probably see some new faces, I hope. But I'm not 100% sure. That's a good ball from Messi. Defended well. I haven't talked yet to the team if what we're doing for the game or not, but I would like to go on. I would like to go. I have not been to a Canada game in a very long time because I've usually just been behind the scenes, behind the camera for most of the for the Canada games, but I would like to go to one sooner rather than later. But yeah, let me know where you're going, because I think it would be a pretty cool atmosphere, and that would be the last match in the group stage, so it could solidify whether Canada move on to the semifinals or not. Tuning in from Vegas? No way. Very cool. Las Vegas. Nick, you're going to the game? Have you been to one before? Do you like a Canada match, not to BMO? Alex says, days like these make me thankful that I work from home. I was just saying that, man. I remember working back in an office back in like high school, college days. And it was always so difficult to, keep an eye on the door so the boss, thinks that I'm working when in fact, got to keep an eye on the Champions League game. It's their fault. I mean, all the Champions League games are usually at 3 o'clock. Like, what are we Canadians supposed to do? Got to watch it one way, shape, or form. Is Toronto cold? Yeah. Now, that game's late March, so I don't know exactly what the weather will be like. But, I mean, the weather in Canada right now is kind of cold. And if you watch any Canadian men's national team highlights, especially the Ice Tekka, you will see some very, very chilly matches. And Nick says, yes, last game I went to was Canada versus US in Hamilton. That game was freezing, was it not, Nick? Were you not cold? I'm pitching that. That was the Atakubi goal late in the 90th minute. I just remember it was very, very cold. Oh, it was good work there from Davies, but it was just out. But yes, I like it, Alex, working from home. COVID changed that, man. When I had to work from home once COVID started in my old job, and yeah, having the ability to not have the boss right on top of you while you're trying to enjoy a game, it's nice. Part of the reason we got into work here at One Soccer. Now now it's part of the job. Now it's part of the job. A little different. Don't get in trouble. Get in trouble if I don't watch it. Man, the booze kept you warm. Yeah, I've been to plenty of Ticats games in Hamilton as well, so I know that stadium holds quite a few, and it can get loud. Nice ball. Here comes Mendez. To Messi. What a tackle. Davies. Oh. Alphonso Davies. On his idol. Drop a W in the chat, guys. If you've... Man. And here comes Bayern the other way. I want to see a replay of that. What a tackle. One of the best things Davies obviously is able to do is his pace to get back. And doesn't matter how forward he is. Davies will come back, man, and make a crazy defensive effort like that. Get some acknowledgement there from Nagelsmann. Look at this. Oh, Alphonso Davies. That was... That was incredible. That was a W. That is literally one of the favorite things I like about Alphonso Davies' game is, and especially in the wing-back role, when he has that third defender back there to give him the ability to go forward, he also has the ability to get back because he is just simply that fast. And because he started off as a winger, people forget how difficult it is to be able to kind of change your game to become that defender. But tackles like that, which he's done time in, time out, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. And that was on Messi too. So that just speaks volumes. Messi can put those kind of opportunities away in his sleep. But yeah, we got a couple W's in the chat, but it gives Davies some love there. Us Canadians coming together. He deserves it. That was an incredible tackle. And if you're just joining us, guys, drop a like, say hello in the chat, let us know if you're new around here. We're 26 minutes into this one. It is 0-0, but the best opportunity definitely went to to PSG right there, but it was Alphonso Davies who definitely saved a goal there from Messi. But yeah, going back to Nick saying the booze kept me warm at I had a few people tell me that pretty much all the games during qualifiers that were in cold weather, that the fans had to rely a little bit on liquid courage to get by. Do you think Paslak will win the Ballon d'Or? I think there's a good opportunity, my man. I think there's a good opportunity. No, I don't. But this is the best stream I've ever watched. Well, I appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying yourself. And I mean, I know you're cheering for PSG, but I wish you the best. But hoping that Bayern can take you here. Hopefully, we can do a few more of these if Davies can go on a nice little run, similar to the way that Bayern did when they won the Champions League, which was a very cool moment for the sport here in Canada. Alex says PSG will always choke in Europe, in my opinion. I read something, it was a few months ago, but it was just about whether PSG should take a different route. I mean, obviously signing 3 of the biggest names, Mbappe, Messi, Neymar, and they honestly haven't done much since that. I mean, I know that there was the final, which they obviously lost to Bayern, but really they haven't got over that hump yet. And they've been doing well in Europe before, like spending that type of money, so they have drama on and off the pitch. I mean, Neymar is a big reason why that doesn't look like he wants to go anywhere. they just, I don't know what it is. They just find a way to fall apart in Europe. And I mean, not getting a result at home makes this leg very, very difficult for them. Bayern will have a game plan. They'll look to execute it. And so far, 28 minutes in, 0-0. It's going relatively to plan here. Glad you're doing this. Will you be doing Canada versus Honduras? I'm not 100% sure what the plan is in terms of watch-alongs. I'll have to. We'll keep you guys posted, but we'll definitely be doing something for them. I mean, if we can do a watch-along, if I'm able to, maybe we sneak it in before like the pre-game, post-game shows. But I'm not 100% sure yet. But just figured it was the watch-alongs for the World Cup were a lot of fun. So thought this would be a really cool opportunity to get back into them and follow Davies' journey as he looks to find success and hopefully leading him to another Champions League final. Davies or Mbappe, who's faster? That's a great question. Let me know in the comments, guys. Put your predictions or put your thoughts in. Davies or Mbappe? Who would win in a foot race? That's a poor ball from Musala. I don't know, man. Like when I think of very fast players, like Mbappe comes to mind, Davies comes to mind, Hakimi comes to mind, and I'd say Theo Hernandez comes to mind for me. All very, very quick. I'm going to give it to Davies, though, because I'm biased, obviously. But let me know what you guys think. Who would win in a foot race, Davies or Mbappe? Great question. Producer T, what do you think? Davies and Mbappe. Who's got the higher rating in FIFA? Is Mbappe in the pace? I feel like it is. Davies 96. I think Mbappe's 97. 7? That's close. We got a foot race. Davies would win, but with a ball, Mbappe. That's fair. That's fair. Mbappe is very quick with the ball. Yeah, and FIFA's got Mbappe with just the one extra one. But yeah, I mean, like I said, one of my favorite things to see about Davies is the way he can track back, and obviously that's without a ball. Just in terms of just pure speed, man. He gets himself up the pitch like he loves to do, and the way he can track back is honestly it's second to none. "30 minutes in, though. Bayern definitely enjoying themselves. Hopefully you guys are as well, wherever you are tuning in from around Canada. Nice ball out to Davies. Speaking of our guy, looking to maybe sign a new contract. Finds Jamal. Oh, good opportunity there. Future's in safe hands, though. Like I said, I mean, two of the biggest young talents around the world is Davies and Musala, and Bayern have them both, and they want to build the squad around them for the future, and I don't blame them. So getting that contract, the rumors 2028, I think that'd be a very good deal for Davies. I think it seems like both parties want it too, so they just have a beautiful bromance on and off the field, and I absolutely love it. We got a corner kick coming in from Kimmich. Very easily defended in the end. I think Mbappe is faster. Yeah, and you think Mbappe's goal was not a foul? It's controversial. And that's a foul there. Good opportunity here from Kingsley Coman. Verts. I don't know. But let me know who you guys' favorite club is. I like asking this question as well. We got the PSG Bayern watch along going on. So depending on where you guys are tuning in from, and if you're Davies fans or not, let me know who your favorite club is though. Is it Bayern? Is it PSG? Is it somebody else? Verts? No. Florian Verts is an excellent player. I think we'll have to see how he comes back from that injury. He does look pretty good with Leverkusen right now. But Jamal Musiala is one of my favorite players to watch. He is... Oh, good ball. It's tricky there, but Donnarumma had it pretty easily. Yeah, I don't know, man. Just the way that Jamal plays the game is just second to none. They call him Bambi for a reason. He's just so good with the ball at his feet. Favorite club, Dortmund. Favorite club, PSG. Two good answers. Why don't you like PSG? It's not that I don't like PSG. It's just, I don't know. I didn't like the way... I didn't really like the Mbappe, like, saga. Like, it looked like he wanted to go, but they just... I don't know. I just feel like they gave too much power to him. Came in, like, to the point where, I don't know. I just kind of wish he would have just went to Madrid and could have built around something else. But I don't know. It's not like I really dislike them at all. But they're just not a team I support. Two very different philosophies, these two clubs, man. German clubs like Bayern, and then spending clubs like PSG, City. Very different mindset. So I got German in my background, so you know I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit part of it. But Marquinhos is down right now. I do have a couple players warming up. It's not great. I don't know what it is. He looks like, I don't know. I kind of thought it was a cramp for a sec. He's hunched over like that. Josh, you also said Dahoud is a great player. Dahoud is an excellent player, man. I love watching very technically gifted central midfielders, which Dahoud is. It just, I don't know. It's consistency, man. He can't do it on a consistent basis. It's why he's probably gonna end up at like a club like Roma or something like that. So a very horizontal step wherever he may go. But Marquinhos does look like he's coming off. Handed off the armband. It's a big loss there for PSG. You also don't like Mbappe? I think Mbappe's unreal. Like, don't get me wrong. Mbappe isn't like an unbelievable player. I just think it was the right time for him last summer to move on to Madrid, and you know, I don't know, just one of those things. But I mean, I think he figured out his contract in a way where he's probably able to make that jump whenever he really feels like it. But Marquinhos does come off. Mukiele comes on. Big loss for PSG. That's not good. Marquinhos is their captain. He's their leader, one of the best players. Mbappe gets the armband, though. Interesting. Who do you guys think is going to get the next goal? Do you think it'll end 0-0, or do you think someone here is on the cards? Because right now, it just seems like it's one of those games where they're going to be playing this type of way. Opportunities will be few and far between until like the 75th, that type of game, and then all of a sudden like the floodgates will open. Or Bayern will obviously sit back pretty deep, and then it'll just be kind of one way. But I don't know. There's been a couple okay looks both ways, but really there hasn't been a ton of very, very good chances besides that and that Davies save on Messi. But Ramos steps up, finds Hakimi. I just subscribed. Love it. If you guys are sitting here and you haven't done so yet, be sure to drop a like on today's stream. Subscribe if you're new. And say hello in the chat. Love to hear where you guys are watching from and if you're how and where you're enjoying the game. As it's approaching halftime. Yeah, 0-0. Yeah, I don't know. It just right now it doesn't feel like a goal is on the cards. At least potentially before halftime. But I hope I don't jinx that. Oh, Davies took down there. Why is Erling Haaland so bad? Last month he started so good. I mean, I wouldn't say he's bad. I mean, he might have slowed down a little bit, but he was scoring at a pace that you just can't sustain. It was ridiculous. Sommer getting himself in trouble there. Oh, Delict. Jan Sommer getting himself in massive trouble. That would have been a goal out of absolutely nowhere. I'd like to see the replay of that. That'd have been tough. Sommer's gotten himself in a few troubles already since joining Bayern, but that one on this stage would have been horrible. That's a big, big save there from De Ligt. Looked like it came right off the line, but PSG still have the pressure. Whew. So 2 big saves. Davies and De Ligt holding down the clean sheet right now. Oh, yes. A question as old as time. Let me know what you guys think about this. It's always a fun one to ask. I will ask it because it is about to show the replay, though. So Sommer, man, gets himself in huge trouble. And De Ligt, literally off the line, keeps it 0-0. That one probably should have gone in. What a clearance from De Ligt. He's fired right up. That's great defending there. But yeah, who do you prefer, Barcelona or Real Madrid? It's a tough question. It's easy for me, but I will let you guys know. But let me know in the chat if you had to pick which. If you're watching El Clasico, who you going for, Madrid or Barca? For me, I have a softer spot for Barca because, like I said, I like Atletico Madrid, so I'm not like a Madrid fan. And I also went to Barcelona and got to catch a game live there, so I do have a nice soft spot for them. So for me, it's relatively easy, and it's why, the Messi-Ronaldo debate also for me. Watching Messi live, it's Messi. And I just feel like Messi's better. So, but yeah, easy question for me, but let me know what you guys think. '40th minute now. 2 big scares for Bayern, but things stay 0-0. You would say you like Barca more? I'm assuming probably because of Messi, considering that you like PSG because of Messi. Has anybody in the chat ever been to a game over in Europe? Jamal finds Davies. Alphonso! Oh! Oh, puts Hakimi to the ground. Alphonso Davies, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Dr. Nike's here and says, I left my Tinder date. Instant I found out Josh the Legend is streaming. Also, she looked a little different. That's fair. A little different than the photos. Well, I appreciate it. Hopefully, you at least gave your good opportunity there. Your Tinder date some like cab fare or something. But no, we appreciate it. Welcome back to the stream. Dr. Nike, how you doing today? Who are you cheering for? I think I know the answer. And what is your score predictions? We're approaching halftime. I'd say the most common prediction we got was 2-0 Bayern. 2-1 Bayern, something like that. I said 2-0 Bayern. Better chance of definitely have gone PSG's way, though. But let us know, Dr. Nike. And let us know where you're tuning in from. Who do you like better, Mbappe or Haaland? I like Haaland better. Haaland's the man. Both incredible players, though. It's just, I don't know. Haaland's personality. I liked watching him a lot at Dortmund. He's fun to watch at City, too. You can't argue that. Oh, De Ligt. Fluffs it there a little bit. What a ball from Messi. Sommer's there. Kimmich, good ball. Finds Davies. Oh, good opportunity. Exactly what you think? Haaland's just, I don't know, he's just a robot, man. He is so clinical in front of goal. I just love watching him. I think Taylor showed me a rap he did when he was a kid. Was it a rap or was it a song? Was it a rap? Yeah. It was probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Oh, Messi. Doesn't have that breakaway speed anymore, though. Oh, that's a good ball from Davies. I'm fine. I'm for Bayern. Yeah, I did know that. I did know that. What are your thoughts on Bayern's season so far this year, Dr. Nike? You like what you see? I know that they've been a little up and down so far this season, but I mean, with the Bundesliga title race looking as close as it was, but like if Adeyemi, Brandt, some of those other players go down for Dortmund, they're going to be in big trouble, and Der Klassiker's coming up as well. But not like, not smooth sailing for Bayern so far this season. Nice ball. Minute until halftime. Wonderful. Best chances for BVB. Yeah, I mean, well, it's nice to have some sort of title race going on. Because usually it's, it's just Bayern. It's interesting for the league. Nice touch there from Davies. Jamal. Choupo-Moting. And there's Davies, man. Look at Hakimi and Davies, man. It's such a good battle to watch. Oh, but Hakimi gets the better there. Cutback wasn't on for Davies. Best stream. I appreciate the kind words. Glad you're enjoying it. It's a decent half. I know it's 0-0, but I mean, it was a decent half. There's chances from both ways. I didn't even keep an eye on the other match. Anyone know the score of the Milan and Tottenham game? 0-0. They're 10 minutes behind. I hope AC Milan wins that one. Loving the stream so far. I'm glad. Appreciate the subscription as well. Do you think Royce's last season at Dortmund? I do not. I think that he will probably play another year or so. I assume Royce will probably leave when Muller does. I think those two are pretty. Their business isn't done yet at Bayern and Dortmund. They're still there. Almost halftime. Why was the Tottenham game delayed 10 minutes? One of the games yesterday was delayed as well. London. Oh, well, okay. That makes sense. So I forgot yesterday the London traffic, because the game was at Chelsea. It was at Stamford Bridge. That was traffic. This game is it's at Tottenham's home. So traffic. Delaying 2 back-to-back Champions League games. Something you don't see every day. Oh, poor touch there. Davies. All right, the 2 minutes have been played. Let's get to halftime. And get some questions in, guys. We're going into chat mode. Get your questions in. Could be about Davies, could be about the Canadian national team, could be about the game, could be about whatever you want. But we got about 15 minutes here to kill some time. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll ask a basic question to get things going. Give me a surprise player that you think will get called up to this next camp for Canada. There is, like I said, there's a nice interview coming of a player that I kind of hope might get as a surprise call, because talking with him was a lot of fun. That is Kyle Hebert, but let me know what you guys think. And let me know your thoughts on the game. That was I wouldn't say boring half, but like like I said, it was one of those matches where it just feels like a chess game. Both teams want to kind of be careful. Bayern don't want to obviously give up a goal that will level things. They don't want to go too far ahead. PSG don't want to go down by 2. It'd probably completely end the tie. But I don't know. I didn't mind it. The highlight by far was Davies' tackle. There was 2 huge opportunities for PSG to score. One, because Sommer completely messed up and gave the ball, and Vitinha almost put it in an empty net, but De Ligt made a beautiful tackle. And the other was the track back speed from Alphonso Davies to get back and put in a beautiful interception to stop Messi from scoring. And I think Davies will like that, man. He got his Messi jersey last week, or like a few weeks ago when they played, so it was probably pretty cool to see. But yes, boring game indeed. Mike says that there were some good chances. I think so too. I thought there were some good chances, but the good chances really came to PSG. The second half, I agree. That's where a lot of the I think the game will open up a bit. Luke Carrier says Brim for one of the surprise called for the Nations League matches. I wouldn't mind it. Brim's playing pretty well this season. He's got 7 goals, 5 assists. I just don't love the level that Brim's playing at. I would honestly rather see like an MLS striker who's doing well than like the second division in the Netherlands. That's just my opinion, but I do think Brim's playing well, that he could definitely be on the bubble to have one of those chances. Uncle CONCACAF says Buchanan to Bayer. Now, I said that the other day, so I don't know if you heard that. Were you on the stream with Alex? But yeah, I mean, there's news coming out today that Inter have a 3-man shortlist that Buchanan is number 1 on, and that Buchanan is potentially to come in to replace Dumfries. Now, I love that move. I came up with one that I thought was just off the top of my head, but that would be to Leverkusen, because I just think the Bundesliga would suit Tejan's game pretty well. And the fact that they also play with that wing back, they play the 3-4-3 system. Frimpong is probably going to move on, and there could be an opening. But I like Inter way more, man, because I think that there's an opportunity for Buchanan to join Inter to become a starter. He's literally brought in to replace Dumfries. The track record of Cancelo, Dumfries, Hakimi, I don't know, man. Just there's something there, and Inter's just a better team than like a Leverkusen. But I don't know. I kind of want to see him get out of Club Brugge. Club Brugge is clearly not stable. Buchanan is about to have his 4th manager, and he's been at that club for a little over a year. Well, it's his 4th manager, but I think it's going to be Schroeder, who was one of his managers before. So technically 3, but the one guy came back twice. So, yeah, second half will be fire. I think so as well. I thought Mbappe will score multiple times, as he said. Anyone have MLS Season Pass? Mike says he's loving it so far. Let us know if you guys have the MLS Season Pass. Heard the quality is incredible. I've heard a lot of complaints around the 360 view. They're gonna have to work. You know, it's very new. They're gonna have to work on it, but obviously, it's built a little bit too much around the personalities as opposed to the matches. But anyways, I think they have something there. I think it's a cool idea, innovative to say the least. Buchanan is so fast in FIFA, man. You got his 85 card. If you guys are with us here, get some questions in. We're sitting on 27 likes as well, so if you haven't dropped a like yet, do that and ask away. As we're talking right now about the MLS Season Pass, Joe said that he has it as well, and it's awesome. It's good to see. MLS has been a lot of fun so far these opening weekends. I still think the story of the MLS season is St. Louis City. So we have an interview coming up with Kyle Hebert. I'm very excited about it. Me and Alex just finished recording it. It's fantastic, guys. Absolutely fantastic. He's a really, really cool guy to talk to. He's got a crazy story about going, starting in Winnipeg, going all the way over to Missouri, playing through there, going through injuries. It's just an awesome, awesome story. So maybe an eye on the national team. So just keep an eye on that. You guys will like that. It's a very cool story in MLS right now, and he's crushing it with St. Louis as their 2-0-0 to start off the season. Uncle CONCACAF says, I think Buchanan would have more opportunities in Milan or Juventus as a replacement for Cuadrado, who's getting old. I don't disagree. The thing I don't like about Cuadrado, or about the Juve, is the fact that it's a dumpster fire right now. Very historic club, obviously, but I mean, their 15-point deduction, all the storylines going on and off the pitch. I don't know. I don't know if I love the fit. I get what you're saying, but Dumfries is like the starting right wing back for Inter, and he's literally leaving. So like, I get what you mean with like Cuadrado, like, slowly phasing out. Could be a natural replacement for Buchanan, but Buchanan will only come in to Inter if he replaces Dumfries. So there's like a straight opening. But I'd be happy, man. I do want to see him start, and I want to see him play in a club that I think have high ambitions. But I just don't know where Juve will be playing next year, because they could be in the Champions League. They could not. I don't know what's going to happen with that 15 points, if it'll stay up or not. But I think it's fair. I think it's a fair question. Whitecaps tonight, yes. Let me know if you guys will be tuning into that. Matches here on One Soccer as well. I know Alex will be very excited for it, but we did a Whitecaps preview as well, so if you guys want to check out that video, we go over it. But I mean, Whitecaps, we've seen some upsets already, so there will be a little bit of pressure on the Whitecaps tonight. They have not had a good start to their season either, so they hopefully can get a big result here in the CONCACAF Champions League and maybe kind of spark their season a little bit. Why is the Whitecaps not giving any opportunities to Canadian players? That's a good question. We did a big preview with the Whitecaps, on the Whitecaps, TFC, and CF Montreal, and in our predicted starting 11, there were no Canadians in the Whitecaps. I don't know. It looks like they're just. I mean, like I don't know. They had Thomas Asal, who then they brought in Takaoka to basically take his spot. Gutierrez with his injury problems, form as well. Russ has been basically replaced in the midfield. Krifa Yao they brought in, but hasn't had some opportunities yet. They've had a poor start, so I mean, anything is possible. Like if they would have started with 2-0-0, it's hard to maybe break that. But considering that they have lost both their matches, they had a really, really good first half, which was then followed by a horrible second half in their opener. So I don't know. Maybe some opportunities will come. I think Krifa Yao is a very interesting one to keep an eye on. Very talented youngster. St. Louis City Open was outstanding. It was. Gave me a little bit of goosebumps talking with Hebert about it. Really incredible. And obviously he's playing with Roman Berkey, so I snuck a little question in there to see if I could get what it was like to maybe play, at Signal Iduna versus that home opener. But it was special. If you haven't seen the highlights yet for the St. Louis City home opener, I'd suggest to watch it. The crowd was just absolutely stunning. Very cool to see. You guys hit the 30 likes. I appreciate that. Get your guys' questions in. Say hello. All that fun stuff. Got some Whitecaps love coming in, though, and I do like that. Tuning in for the Whitecaps tonight, hoping they can score a couple. They should, man. They're heavy favorites, but that doesn't mean anything. We just watched Austin FC, who I personally thought were going to have a really, really good season this year. I just think they have a very talented squad, incredible home atmosphere as well. They haven't got off to the best start in the league, and then that 3-0 loss, man, like that's a difficult defeat for a club that just, in my eyes, has higher ambitions than that. But it's a tough one. Is there any possibility we can see Jebison in Canada next CONCACAF matches? I doubt it. I would say probably under like 10%. From what I've heard, it seems like probably once he like unless there's like a tournament he's very interested in, like maybe the Gold Cup this summer. But I would say he probably is going to play at like the youth level with like the U21s in England until he can't. And then I would assume maybe some conversations could happen. I haven't heard anything really. I do have a strong feeling he will represent Canada one day. But until like there's an ability to play for like I said, England at the U21 level, I think he will keep taking that opportunity. Unless something gets him. Like I don't know. I don't think any like World Cup conversations happen, but maybe that could have turned his head, for example. But for the immediate future, I don't think Jebison will be there for probably the March window. I'm more curious to see with some of the MLS players, and let me know what you guys think of the MLS players specifically, because there are some pretty cool stories. Luca Petrasso going to Orlando, played really, really well against Tigres. And the left back depth chart isn't like crazy competitive. There's obviously Davies, who's not a left back when he plays for Canada. Atakubi, who's the man, he's the lock probably at the left back position. But then you have like an Edwards there, Gutierrez, who kind of slipped out of contention. Now maybe a Petrasso, if he can keep this kind of form going with Orlando. I still think Kyle Hebert's very interesting, guys, because it's a center back. I mean, how can that not interest you? It's a center back. Very cool story with him. I think like a Ralph Priso. I mean, he's playing for he's playing for a poor Rapid side, but he's still a very young, talented player. A lot of you guys would have seen him with his time at TFC. So there's some really cool storylines out of MLS that I think that you Canadians will be interested in. Canadians Abroad, recorded already, will be out on Friday, so keep an eye on that. But we're almost getting ready back into the action. So we're going to switch gears back to Davies, guys. And there is some big news coming out about Davies. Like I said, there's rumors that he'll be tied down until 2028. So let me know in the chat. What do you guys think of that? Would you like to see Davies stay here for the bulk of his career? Let me know. Because I really like it. And like I said, there was some debate when Cancelo came in that, Davies' form kind of dropped off a little bit. And like I was one too, because I hold Davies to a very high standard. I think he's an excellent player, and I just didn't think he had a few matches where he just wasn't up to speed. And then Cancelo comes in, and it's kind of like, what's going on? But Davies after that just had a response that you would expect, and he's been lights out. He's up for Player of the Month in the Bundesliga as well. He's put in some big performances both in the Champions League. He's been scoring goals. He's been getting assists. He's just been the complete player. And I don't know if there was a connection there. Just a couple like quieter matches, and then he just breaks out. But I love him at Bayern. I think that he should stay here, and I think that getting rewarded with a contract until 2028 would be beautiful. So I really like the news, and I expect it to probably happen. But what I want to do here is hopefully being able to follow him throughout the Champions League, because what he did when he won the Champions League was, I think, the first big step into Canadian soccer growing. When he won that Champions League. So I had a lot of fun watching his, it was before I was even on YouTube, really. Or I was just maybe getting on YouTube when he won the Champions League. So I wasn't able to really cover it the way I would have liked to. So I'm hoping this could be the start of something pretty fun here. Coming on with you guys, you Canadians, cheering on Davies and hoping that he can make history once again, as he's done so many times. But second half is going to get back underway. So yeah, let me know if you guys are enjoying the watch along. There is the man of the hour, Alphonso Davies. And let me know if you are happy with his potential contract extension until 2028. As the second half should be pretty fun. The second half of second legs are always fun. As long as the match is close, I don't care what anyone says. They're like, will get you really invested, because that first half, I get it. Not a lot on the line, but this is where things happen. Luke Carrier says yes. I'm assuming that was for the extension, and I agree with you. I would like the extension as well. I think it's earned. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back underway for the second half. PSG making another sub, as there was the forced injury in the first one. And the player who came on, Kelly, comes off. I don't know if that was for injury, if he got injured, but that is a short cameo. Gets subbed on for Casemiro halfway through the first half, and they get subbed off at halftime. Probably a tactical switch. No offense to Mukiele, but I mean, they were playing with a back three. So I'm assuming maybe it's like a 4-3-2-1 now for PSG. But, I mean, that's never a good feeling. To get substituted on and then immediately get substituted off. But our second half is back underway. No, it still looks like they're playing in a back three. So it's very interesting. I don't know. Let me know in the chat if you heard anything. If it was an injury. But if not, that is just that was a slap to the face for a player, man. It's tough to do. Happens every once in a while where a player will come on and be subbed off. But it's just, I don't know. I would be so annoyed if I was a player and that happened to me. Who cares? His LOL to the sub. Nicely done from Kimmich. Nicely done. Does anyone here play FIFA? Because Davies is up for the Bundesliga Player of the Month. So if you do play, I would recommend you go vote. This is my ability to get that plug in there, help Davies win the Player of the Month. So producer T and I have something else to grind for. Oh, nicely done. Really intriguing battle too between Hakimi and Davies. Two of the fastest fullbacks, two of the most attacking fullbacks in world football, going head to head down the same flank. Really enjoy that. Chuba's been pretty quiet this game so far. It's been a couple of times where the balls came to me, just like he was overthinking it a little bit. He lost it at his feet. Oh, that's out. Yeah, it's a long day of Champions League. When the CONCACAF Champions League is on, yesterday was up pretty late watching it, considering that the Orlando and Tigres game started at 10. Just laying in bed, fiance snoozing, and we'll probably do the same tonight with the Whitecaps. I have Pele in FIFA. That's a good flex. How'd you get him? You pack him through just like a normal pack, or did you do a icon SBC? That's a big flex. I like that. I have King Kenny. He's like my flex. That's a good ball to Muller. Oh, it's just poor decision making. To Davies. But here's a question I gotta ask as well, guys. Let me know your CPL team. Important question. You don't even have to tell me, I guess, where you're from, but CPL's, it's coming up. Mid-April. Let me know if you guys, it's kind of where you're tuning in from, but let me know who your CPL team is. And I got a Vancouver, one of you guys from Vancouver, so were you Pacific fans before? Are you switching over to Vancouver now? Let me know. Producer T and I are very close to Hamilton now. I love all CPL teams, so no bias being covering it, but my home team is Forge, and I do have something special lined up this season for all you CPL fans. I won't give anything too much away, but I'm hoping it will be fun. It can be a cool series that we can do throughout the course of the year. Joe is a Cavs fan. Oh, beautiful. So I have never been to a game in Calgary before. I would love to go to one. They look a lot of fun. You guys in Halifax have an incredible fan base. Joe, have you been to a game? And if so, I don't know, what's the atmosphere like? Because it always looks like a ton of fun. Cavs, yeah. Mikey, yeah, he means Calgary FC. Little nickname there for them, but they always look so, I don't know, it just looks like a lot of fun to go to. I just never been there because Canada's so big. You're a season ticket holder. I love it. That's beautiful. It looks like a ton of fun. And Jamal Musiala doing very, very good things there. Oh, what a ball. Chupa! Chupa! What are you doing, my man? What a ball, though. It's back to him. Oh, my. Chupa, get off the pitch, my man. He's falling apart. Oh. Chupa has been very, very poor today with his touches. He kind of looks like a lost puppy up there. And like Chupa, you know, I love Chupa, but I mean, my man just completely stops it. And what happened here? You get tackled from behind? No, that's not a foul. That's good defending there. I swear Jonathan David on this Bayern team would come in handy, guys. I'm telling you. On FIFA Mobile. Oh, that's sweet. Mbappe could have passed for the shot there. Yeah, he's a one-track pony, though. Mbappe will 9 times out of 10 take that shot. Which, I mean, a lot of times he finishes it off, so, I mean, can't argue it too much, but nice ball, nice ball. There it is. There it is. Was that Chupa after I was just making fun of him? It was. Oh, Chupa, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my guy. I just said he was having a tough game, which I think was fair. I think he was having a bit of a tough game. But that was a very, very nice finish. Nice ball whipped in. Davies has it, puts it over to Musiala, and just gets that little touch on it. But they're checking it. VAR's taking a look. Did Muller get a touch of that? Offside. Oh. So who got the touch on it? Was it... So yeah, it was flicked on, but it looks like Muller did get a touch. That's close, man. That would have been a really, really nice header from Chupa. Just a little glancing header. It doesn't even look like Muller touched it. Really good opportunity there for Bayern, but that's better from Chupa, though. Like I said, I think he's had a bit of a tough match. I just think his touch has been a little bit sloppy. But, I mean, that's what he can do, man. He's a goal scorer, and that's what a lot of strikers do. They're quiet for a while, but when the opportunity comes, they can find the back of the net. Unfortunately, that was ruled out for an offside. And the game is still open. I would have probably put it to bed. I just get season tickets to Calvary FC, and I'm so pumped. You just got them, Mike. That'll be sweet. It looks like a good time. It really does. Joe says that. Good noise, good party. Mike was said let's go, but yeah, it ruled off. Yes, Mike, but we mostly call them Cavs or Cavs FC locally. Luke Carrier says boo. Yeah, that's tough. But again, I mean, for the neutral, staying at 1-0 right now on aggregate 0-0 in the match for this, if it can get to like the 75th minute, things will get very, very interesting. Jeffrey says Pacific supporter and will still be as Vancouver. Oh, no, you put Vancouver. See, Vancouver FC cannot connect with us. That'll be a good rivalry. It'll be a good rivalry between Pacific and Vancouver. I'm really excited, man. There's some big moves Vancouver FC have made, man. I like the manager. They made a big statement signing. Caden Chung, I think, coming back as well. I think that was a move that made a lot of sense. I actually called it. I didn't have any inside information, but I was like, if Chung comes back to the Canadian Premier League, I mean, he could be a good target for Vancouver. It's technically his hometown team now. Oh, slipped up there. But yeah. Sucks about FC Edmonton. It does, but there were a lot of issues there that kind of need to be fixed. Door isn't forever closed, but some decisions will have to be made for them to potentially ever come back and be successful. But I am excited about Vancouver. I think the market will be well. I think that little rivalry there with Pacific will be a lot of fun. You also have the Whitecaps if there's ever that crossover. There's a lot of good things, and like I said, I mean, they went. I really like the coach, like Chung. Like they're building a pretty decent little squad here. I really like the look of it so far. I think they're going to surprise a few. Davies with a good ball. And it's out. But give me any UCPL fans, give me your top 4 predictions right now if you want. You can give me all 8 if you want to. I know it's you're way too early predictions, but I don't know. I really like what York did this year. Nagelsmann's fired right up. But there's a lot. I don't know. There's a lot of good moves I've liked this offseason. As Mendez is down right now. What did Chupa do? I think he's probably fine. That didn't look too serious. My wild card's gonna be York, though. I'm calling it already. I think York's got a good team. I like pretty much everything that they did this offseason. And with the full season of Mo, they're gonna be dangerous. Nice dive. Yeah, I was gonna say they didn't look like there was a lot in that, to be honest. 0-0. Heavyweight matchup. Bayern PSG. First leg 1-0 right now. 57 minutes in. 0-0. So you get one or the other. You get like a 5-4 on aggregate, or you get the old 1-0. I don't know. It's been a very conservative match. Both of them, the first leg and this one. It's a good ball for Coleman. Kingsley defended well. Luke Makano, nice ball. Stanisic has been very good. Very surprising, too, the fact that Cancelo came in like he did. And it's already kind of being determined that he's not going to sign on permanently. And he's not really playing, even over, like, I don't know. Just, it's kind of like, what's the point? What's the point of the Cancelo thing? It'd be a really good depth player, I mean, especially coming off the bench in a game like this. But, like, I'm assuming Cancelo wanted to come in for game time. It just hasn't really went his way. Curious to see if he'll leave City next year. Maybe like a Madrid would be a good fit for him to replace Carvajal, I guess. I don't really know. I don't know. Maybe to replace Cuadrado at Juve? Well, let's take a look at the bench. See what Bayern or PSG might do. Man. Ekitike, I guess, is the only, like, maybe Renato Sanchez for PSG. Bayern's bench looks tasty, man. You got Leroy Sané, Tel, Mane, Gnabry, Gravenberch. I don't know how Sarr got on the roster there. We got Cancelo, Blind. Bayern's bench looks stacked. There's so much talent on that bench. I'd maybe look to take off Chupa. I mean, his hold-up play is nice. I don't know. Mazraoui, Cancelo, Blint, Gravenberch, Gnabry. Wow. Yeah, that is something. Corner kick coming up. This is where Chuba will be deadly. Nice ball. Oh, Goretzka. That was tough. Good header, though. Just wide. If you guys could go to one match in Europe, where would you want to go? Let me know. Like I mentioned, I've been lucky to be able to go to Europe, and I went to a few good matches there. I saw Dortmund play. Oh, Goretzka! Chupa! There it is. Offside? Oh, it's a foul. It's second goal taken away. Or no. No, it's not. No, they're going to the ref, but no, this one's gonna count. Crowd loves it. There we are. There we are. Now the crowd's getting into it. PSG biting themselves there. And Chupa does get it. Playing out of the back on Verratti. Oh no, that's not a foul at all. Beautiful heads up pass. Thomas Müller does so well there to win that. And quickly find Goretzka. Puts it across. Choupo-Moting makes it 2-0. Probably puts this one to bed now. There you go, guys. Drop a dub in the chat if you guys like that. That was all Thomas Müller, though. I gotta give credit there. That was excellent pressing. And then not only to get the ball back, but to have that quick heads-up play to just kind of like shuffle it onto Goretzka. Now this game should open up a bit. It's 2-0 on aggregate. PSG would put bodies forward, and they just already have. Chupa. W. There we go. Goals. Choupo-Moting. Yeah. Yeah, that was I mean, like I said, I thought he had a bit of a quiet match. I just didn't, it just didn't look like it was gonna be his game. And then he scored a goal and was offside, and just thought that was gonna continue. But getting in the right positions, a striker's finish, that nice little tap in. Not much he could have done there to miss it, but that's an important goal against his former team as well. The incredible Stoke City, Bayern, and PSG boy. But that was nice. But no, we'll go back to the question, guys. If you could go to a match anywhere in Europe, where would you go? Like I said, I went to a game in Dortmund, Barca, and Wembley. I went to Wembley to watch England play Spain. And I don't know where I'd like to go next. I would like to go to Bayern. I just think that would be cool. There's not really many places in Germany I wouldn't want to go. The German atmosphere is just incredible. Maybe like the Wanda Metropolitano would be cool. San Siro is probably up there. But I'm telling you, the German fans are something else. But there's a corner coming up for PSG. Good opportunity here, Messi to take. Oh, what a big save. Oh, I think that was Davies that got kind of out-muscled there from Sergio Ramos. What a save from Sommer, though. Beautiful header. No, it wasn't Davies. It was Müller. But what a save. That one hand. Absolutely beautiful. Keeps it 2-0 on aggregate. Mike says big time save. It was. Sommer's been one of my favorite keepers in the Bundesliga to watch for a long time. He's been, I mean, if you watch Bayern games, you would know that. Because every time that he would play against Bayern for Gladbach, he was lights out. But he is a very, very, very good keeper. I don't think he's been incredible for Bayern yet. I think he's getting caught up a little bit playing with his feet. Just not quite where he wants when he's trying to get on the wavelength of the defenders, and he's got caught out a couple times. But when it comes to just reactionary saves like that, Sommer is one of the best in the business. And saves like that is why. Luke also says San Siro would be one to go to. So that'd be cool. They're looking to move Inter and AC from there, I believe. I think that stadium belongs to the city. So there's a chance that both will have to find, because they share it. So both will have to probably find new stadiums. And with Inter's financial situation, that's not an easy thing to do. I'm curious to see what Bayern are going to do, though, with their goaltending situation. Their goalkeeping situation. Because they went out and brought in Sommer, who I believe is 34. Easily a starting quality keeper in the Bundesliga. They have Manuel Neuer, who has got a lot of fractions with the club right now. I don't know exactly what's going to go on, especially after the leg injury. And they also have Alexander Nubel, who's out on loan at Monaco, and he didn't want to come back because he didn't know the goalkeeping coach that was there was like a roadblock to him coming back. The goalkeeping coach left. That annoyed Manuel Neuer. Opened the door, I guess, for Nubel, and the fact that Monaco don't want to sign him because they're not impressed with how he's been playing recently. It's gonna be 3 quality keepers who should all be starters at a Bundesliga team, all in the same club. So it's gonna be an intriguing situation there at Bayern. Very difficult one to manage. Nice touch, Mbappe. Easy save for Sommer. After being dispossessed and saved out by De Ligt, he's had a couple decent saves so far. As Bayern are going to get their first substitution, and it looks like it's going to be Leroy Sané. I wonder who's going to come off. Nicely done. Sanchez had a good game as well. Oh, Dave, excellent answer. It's a very good answer. I should have been a little bit more open because that's a good answer. But yeah, it is Trupa coming off. I think he scored his goal. We had one chalked off, but I just don't think it was one of the matches he was really gonna dominate. I think he's gonna wait for his chances, maybe take a goal. He did. Sané comes on. I'm assuming. No, it is. So Sané's playing up front. I thought maybe they would put Muller up there, but it doesn't look like it. But Dave says not in Europe, but a dream would be to go see the Boca versus River. That would be an incredible match. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. There was a Netflix documentary, I believe, on Boca. I think I watched a little bit of it. I was like, I had a red-eye flight and was half in and out, but I remember seeing like scenes of their incredible stadium and odd videos here on TikTok. But that's a good answer, Dave. I respect that. Corner kick coming in. Nicely defended. Falls. Messi. Oh, nicely done from Coman. And that's what you mean. Bodies are forward now. It's a 2-on-1. We got Davies running. Hit him. No, hit Fonzie. Oh, why? Oh, I just didn't want to give it to Davies. Look at the speed of the guy getting forward. Wouldn't even... I'm just as mad as that fan is. Oh, that's cruel. Sané. Yeah, Nagelsmann's livid. That's unfortunate. Those are 3 very fast players, though. Sané, Coman, and Davies, but he's running right to the side of him. 70th minute, though. Davies could have had a good opportunity to score, but Sané did not do the pass there. Messi's been pretty quiet today, too. Nice ball. Finds Sané. I'm mad. It's so nice to watch a potential Davies goal in the Champions League like that. And he was on his. I think Sonny went like this. I think he was maybe saying, I didn't hear you. You gotta yell. That's tough. What do you guys say the chances are that Bayern win the Champions League this year? Because Bayern are always a big threat in the Champions League, but I don't know. Just with this team losing Lewandowski, I feel like a depending who they get matched up with the quarters, like quarter to semis, like they are still a very, very good team, but just I don't know. I just think the way that this season's going, they're just a little off the mark. But let me know. Give me a percentage of like what you think the percentages of Bayern winning. And if you guys are still with us, be sure to drop a like. See if we can get to 40 likes. We're only 4 away. I don't think that's crazy, a crazy ask. But I would say Bayern have like a 30% chance of winning the Champions League. I just think with their league play, I'm not overly convinced with. Do have a ton of quality, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Kingsley. They do have a lot of goals coming from a lot of different places though, so they do have that coming with them. Luke says 40% chance. I think that's the Canadian in you speaking, my man. Hoping to see Davies go on another run. We'll see. I mean, Bayern had a tough matchup against PSG in the round of 16. That's never an easy leg to get through. But right now, 20 minutes to go, things are sitting pretty nicely. What about you, Stachio? I forgot, Tejan obviously got bounced out. I mean, Laren was no longer a part of the Club Brugge because he went to Valladolid. So there's only 3 Canadians left in the Champions League. Tejan just got eliminated. This one is obviously ongoing as Davies is very well there to try to get back. And Alphonso Davies, once again with a defensive effort, did really well there. Ramos, good ball. I just remembered I'm going to need to borrow something from Alex in a sec. Alright. I had to message Alex. Need him for this week's Canadians Abroad, which hopefully you guys will check out on Friday. A lot of good storylines this week from our Canadians. Nicely done. Finds Muller. Good pressing there. What's the overall possessions? The possession's been a lot closer than I thought. 51 Bayern, 49 PSG. For some reason, I just felt like Bayern had a lot more of the ball than that. I thought it was closer to like a 60-40 split. But the possession will change a little bit here as we're going into that 75th minute. PSG need 2. So there's going to be a lot of bodies going forward for PSG as Bayern sit back. But if you're looking at some of the players that are on the pitch for Bayern, we're probably going to see some big counterattacks. Absolutely, we will. You got Kingsley Coman, you got Davies, you got Sane who just came on. And PSG are going to have to put bodies forward. They're going to go for it. And speaking of that, nice ball. Find Sane. Leroy. Oof. A good effort. It was a good effort. Nice little cut back on Sergio Ramos. Didn't get the corner though. Didn't get the corner. Another substitution. Yeah, PSG's bench, man. Just Fabian Ruiz comes off. They just don't have it. It is not here for them. Now, it's a very talented player coming on, very highly rated youngster, but just when you look at, like I said, the likes of who Bayern have coming off with Gnabry, Sané, Mane, you got Blint, Cancelo, Mazraoui, like it's crazy the depth that Bayern have, and Sadio Mane is with Nagelsmann right now, gonna get ready. I'm assuming maybe he'll come on for like a Thomas Müller, especially with the counterattacks that could potentially be on the cards. Oh, nicely done once again from Thomas Müller. That is excellent. Oh, that was a good tackle, though. Oh, that's out. He did well to recover there. Really nicely done. It's a good tackle on Sané. Sané doesn't like it though. Let's check in with the Tottenham game. Anyone watching that one as well? Keeping an eye on that. That one's still 0-0 too. So not very lively matches going on today. Sorry, Tottenham, I don't want to see you move on, though. I do really want to see AC move on. Away from home, though, they're looking good. Looking to hold that one. Brady plays it out wide. They're in cruise control now. Looks like every red shirt behind the ball. And this is where some big chances should happen. Stanisic has been very good today, too. Nicely done. Good foul there. Ooh, I like this question, guys. Get your answers in. Let me know who your European club is and who your your local club. So Dave says CPL, but if depending where you're watching from, whether you want to say MLS or wherever. But let me know who your favorite European club is and who your favorite local club is. For me, that's a good ball. This is onside. Kingsley. Sané, oh poor. But yeah, Dave, let me know who yours is as well. For me, I mean, I had a few because growing up, in Canada, there was Chelsea was the first team I ever was able to watch because TSN had the rights to the Prem and that's just basically all I could watch. But my background's German, so I became a pretty big Dortmund fan, and I also really liked Atletico Madrid. Those were kind of my three. But then I started working for Dortmund. We had a YouTube channel, producer T and I. So we'd worked on their Twitch and on their fan account or their fan app. So probably if I had to pick one, it would be Dortmund. And for CPL, again, working for One Soccer, I cover all the teams. So try to have no bias. I really like, just watching the league, watching all the talented players. And honestly, my favorite team to watch last year ended up towards the end of the season was York, just because of Mo coming back and completely turning away around that team. But I live very close to Hamilton, so when I go to games, it will be to Forge games. It's the easiest by far because just where I live. So those are kind of my answer: Dortmund and Forge. But no bias here. I like watching all the CPL teams, and I like following storylines. So hopefully covering them this year, it'll be a lot of fun to see how how York do, because I think they're a team that I'm really keeping an eye on, as well as obviously the new boys in Vancouver FC. Shout out to 3 times CPL champions Forge FC, and I've been an Inter Milan supporter since 1980 or 1998. I like it. Well, there you go, Dave. I mean, so you probably I'm assuming you live near Hamilton, so I'm more towards like the Woodstock way ish. So I'm like 45 minutes from Tim Hortons Field. And interesting, Dave. Well, since you are a lifetime, pretty much Inter Milan fan, did you hear about the recent links linking Buchanan to Inter? And what are your thoughts on it? As it's Stanisic actually coming off for Sadio Mane. It's a very... Oh, no, that's the other one. I saw 44. I'm like, okay, that's an interesting sub. And then I saw 17. So, no, it's Vitina coming off. Ekitike coming on. That makes sense. Striker coming on late in for the last final 10 here. And it looks like Mane's coming off. I just can't tell for who. Bernat's coming on as well for PSG. Mendes is coming off. And it's Jamal coming off, so get a little bit more speed up there, especially on these counters while bodies will be forward. But yeah, I thought it was exciting news to hear. Like, again, we've heard Buchanan to Inter for a while now. That's not a surprise. It's just like, because of the financial situation of Inter and that Dumfries had a really strong World Cup, he's playing well for Inter. He'll get probably a pretty big, good opportunity there for Sergio Ramos. Just goes wide. But Dumfries will probably be sold for a good chunk of change that will help kind of that with the financial situation at Inter. But after that, they're going to have to reinvest in somebody. And Buchanan could be a sneaky little purchase. Heard around 15 mil. Like, bring a player in. And, I mean, Dave, I won't have to tell you this if you're an Inter fan, but like Hakimi, Cancelo, Dumfries, this right wing back position at Inter is been a moneymaker for them. So maybe Buchanan coming in and kind of, getting used to a league like Serie A. I do really think if he's going to shine at that level, he will have to do it from a wing back. I love seeing Buchanan go up the pitch. I just don't know if he's got that end product at that level. But when it comes to being able to get involved in the attack, to have that speed to be able to come back as well, I think a wingback role for him is a little bit better to his skill set than an actual fullback role or an actual winger role. But that's just my eyes. So that's why I'm like Inter could be a good one, and same as like a Leverkusen, replace Frimpong. I don't know. Those are a couple options there, but Davies did do well a couple seconds ago on a nice defensive effort once again. As we're in the 83rd minute, and this one is coming to a close. 2-0 Bayern on aggregate right now. As they're going to look to see this thing out. They're going to be very comfortable to do it in front of their home crowd here. As PSG will continue to put bodies forward. Verratti. And right out it goes. Fingers crossed for Buchanan. Inter have never had a Canadian on their squad. I take Tajon 10 times out of 10 over Dumfries. Interesting. I didn't think Inter ever had a Canadian on their squad, but like I don't know. Don't have that fact right on top of my head, but I think Buchanan would fit in well there. I truthfully do. Now I try not to be as biased as I can be for Canadians, because obviously the truthful matter is I think a wingback role, I think Tajon would do well in. We're seeing him play a lot more up the pitch right now for Club Brugge, and I don't love it. I mean, I like watching him get more involved, but I don't know. He just doesn't have the output to convince me that he can do it for like an Inter, an AC, a Juve, a Bayern, like whoever it could be. But in a wingback role in a team like Inter, maybe you could best use his attributes and get a lot of him going forward as well as in the defending side of things. Good ball there. Oh, really good ball. Well done from Upamecano there. I think that was Hakimi. If they go to penalties, PSG has won. I think your PSG are in a little bit of trouble here. There'll probably be 3 or 4 minutes of added time, so there's still about 10 to go, but they'll need 2 goals to send this thing to extra time. And this is where the pace comes in handy with Sané coming up there. Tejan won't be able to play higher up at Inter, unfortunately. Inzaghi is married to the 3-5-2. I know, but I don't think that's always a bad thing for him. Like he'll have his opportunities to go forward as you'd expect, like in a wingback role. But I think you'll get Canadians won't be tuning in to watch Tejan score week in week out. But to have like really good performances, like kind of like Davies at Bayern for a while, like you're not watching Davies score week in week out, but what he puts into the pitch, what he brings on like even matches like this, he didn't score, but he had some incredible defensive efforts. He had a world-class defensive stop on Messi. You'll maybe be able to see things like that out of Buchanan. The odd goal and assist that he'll do, which he is already doing now, but then hopefully just evolving his game. As a double substitution comes on there for Bayern, Cancelo comes on. Muller comes off. Muller had a great shift today. And I believe that was Kingsley Coman who came off. Gnabry. It was a straight swap, Cancelo for Kingsley Coman, and straight swap for Gnabry for Thomas Muller. Dave, what do you think? You'll like this then, because you're an Inter fan. So, I mean, as I am a big fan of Atletico Madrid, and my favorite manager of all time, which may shock a lot of you, is Diego Simeone. I just think when it comes to the game, to take it basically a club that didn't have a lot and turn them into La Liga winners, Copa del Rey winners, Europa League winners, took them to 2 Champions League finals on the budget that they had, playing ugly football, but in all honesty, like the man's a genius to me, and I've always liked Atletico. I've started following them basically when he came in. It's just they're hard to watch, but I think his time at Atletico is slowly coming to an end, and I'm assuming because he's an Atletico diehard, he played for them in his career. He also played for Inter in his career. I'm guessing Inter's next up on the cards. Oh, was that Alphonso Davies once again? Another big tackle on Mbappe. But Dave, the question is, what do you think about Simeone taking over Inzaghi? A legend of the club coming back, world-class manager, but some of this, a style that, you may not love. Davies has put in a defensive shift. I really like Davies' game today. Thought he played very well. Oh no, I think PSG is out. Yeah. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Oh, and that'll do it. Serge Gnabry, 2-0 on the night, 3-0 on aggregate. Thomas Muller is celebrating. Nagelsmann's losing it. Scott Parker is sacked. They all relate. But that was a good finish, and that's what you expect it. PSG need to put bodies forward. Bayern brought on a few speedy, fresh players. To have someone like Sané and Gnabry come off the bench in this stage is just fantastic. Kimmich does so well to win the ball back from Verratti. Nice balls. It's onside as well. Finds Gnabry, and a easy little finish there. Kind of mishit it a little bit, but it kind of worked in his favor. Donnarumma is a very outstretched keeper, but he could not get that. No. Bayern booking their place to the quarters. Ramos looks disgusted. But yeah, over 2 legs, man. Bayern were the better team. We're in injury time now. Don't know how many minutes will be added on. Like I said, I assume 4-ish, but 5 minutes are added on. 5 minutes away, 3-0 on aggregate. This thing is done. Alphonso Davies going to yet another quarterfinals with Bayern Munich. And he had a great shift today. Davies' the best things he's done today has been on the defensive side of the ball. Absolutely loved it. With, of course, like I said, a world-class defensive tackle. Dave said would love to see it. He took Atleti to 2 Champions League finals and was incredibly successful. Argentina's manager as well. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and he's a legend of both Atletico and Inter's in his heart, so like it just makes sense. Davies! Oh! I don't even know if that was Davies. I think it was. It was Davies. Oh, man. Fonzie, I thought that was your opportunity. What a ball. Nice touch, too, man. Just Hakimi has had such a difficult time with Davies today. Really, really good effort. Oh, Hakimi, that was a tough one. Alphonso Davies, man of the match. I don't know if Davies. I think he's be up there. I think Davies had been in incredible form recently. Is why he's up for Player of the Month in the Bundesliga. And going up against Hakimi today like that, and just, in my opinion, just completely outclassing him. It's very, very impressive because that was an intriguing battle. Like I said, 2 very talented wing backs going head to head in a back 3 system. Dave said, what happens now to PSG? Liga locked up. No Champions League once again. Who leaves? Who arrives? I'd assume Mbappe's going to stay unless like there's something in the contract where he can get out. I think they want to get rid of... Oh, nice ball. Oh, Sadio Mane. Good night. Nice finish. Offside, though. What a finish. How offside was it? Yeah, it was off. Pretty clearly, but nice finish. Just nice, quick. Just outside of the foot. But I don't know. I mean, it seems like Neymar doesn't want to leave. And it kind of seems like Messi wants to stay, but maybe he goes to like Inter Miami. I don't know. I feel like one of those big 3 are going to leave. I think PSG would rather Neymar leave and keep Messi and Mbappe, but I have a feeling maybe Mbappe and Neymar stay just because it's going to be difficult to get rid of Neymar. But I don't know. If I was PSG, I'd change the strategy a little bit. You spent way too much on Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar, and they've got you no more than you had when you had players that were still expensive, but just not near as expensive as what these 3 have been. PSG is only good in Ligue 1 where other teams can't match their payroll. Yeah, I mean, then they lost the Ligue 1 2 years ago. It wasn't last year's season before against Lille, so that's not even always a shoe-in. But yeah, that is it. The 5 minutes have almost been played. Final score is going to be 2-0 Bayern, 3-0 on aggregate. There it is. Big congratulations goes out to Alphonso Davies going to another Champions League. Big congratulations to Bayern as well. Over 2 legs, they were the better team, and I think that's pretty straightforward. A lot of depth. I mean, I really noticed their depth in this match. The ability of having these really talented players come off the bench is huge, but... Oh, someone trying to get at Messi for an autograph just got tackled down pretty aggressively there, but... Yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this, and we could be looking to do a few more watch-alongs, potentially for the upcoming matches for the CanMNT national team. We have a few more Bayern games to go as well, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, as always, be sure to drop a like on your way out, drop a sub if you're new, and hopefully we'll see you guys in some future watch-alongs. Cheers, friends!